Welcome back to my channel, Mama P, Life Over 50. So, I'm on here today to try to get the record straight. Um, in the state that I live in, I have a brother. His name is Leo Hardaway. They call him Hardhead on the street. And so, there are some people that are going around putting lies in the air uh, about him as well as me. As far as I'm being told, that is. I don't know. I don't care. But what I do care about is my brother. For the ones in the city that I live in, they know him very well. He's a paraplegic. Um, and right now, he's a homeless paraplegic. Um, he's gone through some things in life. So, right now, he needs housing and everything. He does get some income every month. Now, before you say, well, why don't you let him live with you? We've done that. And I've also lived with him for a year in what was supposed to have been a handicap accessible apartment. The only thing handicap about that apartment was the ramp that was outside to actually get inside the apartment. The sink area was a regular sink area. The cooking area the same. The restroom the door wasn't even big enough for him to get his wheelchair inside the restroom to be able to get inside the tub / shower and so forth. Not even onto the commode. So, it actually even had a live wire on the floor. So yeah, it was quite frankly hard for my brother. It really was. Me and my son stayed with him for a year and a half. For the first, I want to say 6 to 8 months, me and my son was taking care of him and everything. Leo would help pay bills whenever he could. But he just got tired. He got tired of not being able to get into the restroom to do everyday tasks that people that are able to walk take for granted. He was not able to get his own glass of water, cook his own meals. He wasn't able to go into the restroom and get into the shower to wash his own body, wash his own face. You know, a lot of things that we take for granted as people, he couldn't get to do on his own. And after a matter of time, that takes a toll on you. Now, picture that as well as getting sick and things and having to go to the doctor. And the doctor telling you one thing and telling your loved ones something completely different. That's what my brother was going through and still is to this day. So, my thing is, if you're going to help someone, help them the right way. There have been times that they picked him up off of the street, out of his wheelchair, left his wheelchair there. They wouldn't transport the wheelchair in the ambulance with him, knowing that he couldn't walk. And this was when he had legs, but he still couldn't walk. His legs would swell up so bad to where that's why they ended up having to amputate them both. So yeah, It's been times he's been put out of hospitals without a wheelchair, and they know he doesn't have a wheelchair. They know he can't walk. Put him outside on the ground. And you would say, well, why didn't you go get him? Yes, I could go get him. But how I'm going to get him out the chair? Out of the car with no wheelchair. Now, mind you, I'm a little person. Well, not a little person, but I'm only 4'9". I have health issues myself. So, it took 8 months just to get him a hospital bed. Took that long to get him a electric wheelchair, because before all he had was manual wheelchairs, and they would still leave them on the side of the road whenever they would pick him up to transport him to the hospital and back from the hospital. Did me and my brother have some bad days and bad times? Of course. Me nor anyone else with legs can possibly understand what he was going through and is going through when your legs are no longer there. Only people that's had that done to them can possibly understand what type of mental issues that gives a person. So yes, I love my brother. And if I could take care of him, I would. Me and my son did it for a year and a half. But he had just gotten so sick and tired of not getting the services that he's supposed to be getting, that he asked me to just go ahead and move out and go on. And so that's what I did. Because like I said, I have my own health issues. So, when everybody is asking my brother, well, where's Shortcake at? That's me, by the way. Where's Shortcake at? Or they're calling me. I can't tell him what to do. He's a grown man. I love him. And I hope he knows I love him. I tell him. But at the same time, just know, my brother's going through. Yes, he's not the only person that's going through something. I do understand that. I do. But just know that it's a lot going on with my brother that people don't know. And they know, and they don't do anything. So when you get a chance, just think about it. Is this man really not wanting any help? Because trust me, he does. It's just that you can't just not do what you say you're going to do. Or say one thing. Well, I just said that. Not do what you say you're going to do. So yes, he's going through it. So with that being said, thank you for taking the time to listen. And just know, my brother do have people that love him. But at the same time, there's not much we can do for him without help from others. That's really meant to help him and not hinder him. So yes, with all that being said, thank you for taking the time out to look at my video, to subscribe to my channel, to like, comment, follow, share. And until the next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.